Hey y'all, Drakesrevenge here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking all about patch 2.1, aka the Anomaly patch. No, seriously, it's all about Anomaly. Technically, Yuzuha is a support class unit, but she's supporting Anomaly units, so she might as well be an Anomaly unit herself. Basically, if you're invested into any Anomaly teams or even just want to get started building an Anomaly team, this is the patch for you. Let's get on into it, starting with the first new character on banner, Yuzuha. Yuzuha is, as I said, a support class unit that buffs up all your Anomaly units in a big way. So how does she work? Well, she starts by applying the Sweet Scare state on enemies, which is going to give your team several buffs, including giving attack, damage percent, anomaly buildup rate, and once you reach a certain threshold of anomaly mastery, we don't quite know what that number is yet as of the time of this recording, you'll be able to increase attribute anomaly and disorder damage. And from the footage we saw, it looks like she applies the Sweet Scare state from EX Special and Ultimate, but there might be other ways to apply it as well. We'll just have to wait and see for more information. But basically she has stacks and she gets those stacks and consumes them in the form of aftershock procs to keep applying the debuff on the enemies, and will probably play similarly to Astro Yao in the sense where you just kind of set it and forget it and can spend more time on field with your main damage dealer or swapping between your two units that want to trigger disorder procs off of each other. Right? We do know these aftershock procs that build up anomaly will do so for whatever element is on field. So for example, if you have Miyabi, you'll be accumulating frost quicker, or if you have Bernice on field, you'll be acquiring that fire anomaly to proc burn faster. So she's really powerful, and essentially that whatever element that you're trying to build up anomaly for, she's just going to build that up that much faster, which is really nice. So she doesn't just trigger physical anomaly, she can do that, but she essentially just does it for whatever element is on the field. Now again, we don't have the official numbers of what all Yuzuha is providing, but with her being the second limited support and clearly being catered towards anomaly teams, she is going to be incredibly valuable to anyone who is invested into anomaly teams and will be very splashable in a variety of different team compositions. She isn't going to be probably as versatile or as splashable as Astra, but that doesn't diminish her value at all in my eyes, as she will be incredibly strong and flexible within those various anomaly teams. With all that being said, I think she holds the highest pull value in the patch, provided you have the next character we're going to talk about, and that is the rerun in the first half, the long-awaited return of Miyabi. Miyabi came out in 1.4, and the Void Hunter has been dominating the meta ever since. Even today, she's still widely considered the best or the second best DPS in the game, with her only competition being Yi Xuan. I would argue Miyabi is much better simply due to the extreme flexibility and also how free-to-play friendly she can be in terms of team building. Her best team, albeit sweaty to play, is Sokaku and Lycon, aka the Mono Ice team, but she does work with just about any combination of other anomaly units like Bernice or Vivian, and of course her best teammate, who is also rerunning in the second half of the patch, Yanagi. Miyabi is also quite easy to play, as you simply generate stacks of Fallen Frost, which can be gained through several methods, including EX Special, Disorders, as well as doing the final hit of her basic string. And then once you acquire max stacks, you do a level 3 Shimotsuki and kind of just watch as everything gets obliterated. Miyabi is the character to pick up if you don't have her, assuming your priority is to clear the end game as fast as possible. She is the team, but only gets better as you give her strong teammates to run alongside her. If you missed out on Miyabi for any number of reasons, like myself, she is absolutely the go-to character to pick up this patch. And if you are going for her, or you have her but not her Wenjin, I highly encourage picking it up as well, as the stats it provides makes building her much easier and gives her notably more damage than her free-to-play options. Now, for the second half of 2.1, our new limited unit is Alice, a physical anomaly character. Wait, that sounds familiar. So hopefully she isn't just Jane power creep, but we'll have to wait and see until she releases to find out. At the very least, she does offer a different play style with the ability to be played as an on-field damage dealer or someone who can switch out in a more quick swap play style from the looks of things. Essentially, she wants to build up and consume up to 3 stacks of Blade Etiquette to deal massive amounts of anomaly buildup and be fully invincible, by the way, during this attack. And when she lands the last hit of a fully charged Blade Etiquette, she will trigger Polarized Assault. And this type of anomaly is different from a regular assault, as it can disorder from other assaults, including her own, meaning she can proc her own disorders, making her quite strong. She gains the stacks by doing EX specials, afflicting anomalies and triggering disorders, once again making Yanagi a very good teammate to have for helping to generate stacks, just like with Miyabi. Now, do I think she'll fully replace Jane? Not necessarily, but there is a good chance she will be stronger just because she is a newer unit and she's probably been built around other more modern units like Vivian, like Yuzuha, right? Making her feel smoother to play and probably just more synergistic overall. Sadly, I do think she has the least value from a pull perspective this patch, surely because of how good everyone else is. But of course, if you want her, I do think she'll be a very strong physical unit to have for any account. It just might be worth waiting until she reruns to fully assess her value. Last but certainly not least, we have our second half rerun in Yanagi, the Disorder Queen. Yanagi has been strong ever since her release, and with Miyabi rerunning in the first half and Alice in the second, looking to take full advantage of disorders in a similar way, Yanagi is the premier teammate to have for both of these units. Now, I don't think she's necessary for either, but she is very strong in helping build up those stacks of Fallen Frost for Miyabi and Sword Etiquette for Alice. She can also be played as a quote-unquote main damage dealer, although it's more likely you'll be running her in more of a duo DPS kind of setup alongside another anomaly agent. She has an extreme amount of versatility, and that cannot be understated when talking about the value she brings to any account that wants to focus on anomaly and proccing disorders. So who should you pull? Well, if you're like me and you don't have Miyabi, you should 100% pull Miyabi and try to get her W engine as well. Now, let's say you do have Miyabi or you don't want her for whatever reason, but you are still invested in other anomaly agents. Definitely pick up Yuzuha for her insane buffing and versatility, followed by Yanagi if you didn't already have her, especially if you have Miyabi or considering getting Alice as well. Sadly, I think Alice is just in a bad position as she does look fun to play, but with so many strong and sought after units, plus being in the second half, we'll get to see who's coming for patch 2.2. I think she's a easy skip for most players. But with all that being said, let me know what you guys plan to do in the comments down below. Who are you guys pulling for? And what are you guys looking forward to in the upcoming patch? I will be doing my first stream session once patch 2.1 launches. That is the goal. So I will update you guys with all that information. But in the meantime, I'll see you around. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Later.